from Week 5, and today we will discuss a journal article entitled Good Microbiota and Time-Restricted Feeding, Eating a Targeted Biomarker and Approach in Precision Nutrition. In this discussion, we will explain in the background of the study, the research, method, and the main findings and the conclusion of the article. This topic is important because good microbiota has recently gained significant attention due to its influence of human health, especially in metabolic diseases and such obesity and diabetes. Background of the journal is, before discussing the article, it is important to understand what good microbiota is. Good microbiota refers to the trillions of microorganisms that lives in the human gastrointestinal tract. These microorganisms include bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that interact with the human body. They play important roles in the digestion, nutrition, absorption, vitamin production, immune system regulation, and metabolic process. According to the article, an imbalance in good microbiota, known as dysbiosis, might contribute to the development of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, inflammation, and even neurodegenerative disorder. Therefore, maintaining a healthy good microbiota has become an important focus in nutrition and health research. The author of this article aimed to investigate how time-restricted feeding or eating might influence good microbiota and how this relationship can contribute to better metabolic health.
One of the major findings of the article is the positive effect of time-restricted feeding on good microbiota composition. Time-restricted feeding is an eating pattern in which food intake is limited to a specific period of the day, usually between 8 and 12 hours, followed by a fasting period. Unlike traditional diets, approach focus on when people eat rather than what they eat. Several studies reviewed in the article reported increased microbial diversity among individuals who practiced time-restricted feeding. Beneficial bacteria such as Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, and Prevotella were found in higher abundance after following this eating pattern.
The article also highlights the relationship between time-restricted feeding and circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is the body's internal biological clock that regulates many physiological processes over a 24-hour cycle. Examples include sleep pattern, hormone secretion, digestion, and metabolism. The author suggests that eating within a specific time window may help synchronize metabolic process with the body's natural biological rhythm. As a result, metabolic efficiency might improve, reducing the risk of metabolic disorder.
Another important finding is the effect of time-restricted feeding on metabolic health. The review studies showed improvements in insulin sensitivity, glucose regulation, lipid metabolism, and body weight management. Some studies also report reductions in triglyceride levels and total cholesterol. This finding suggests that time-restricted feeding may help prevent or manage conditions such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease.
In addition, the article discussed the role of time-restricted feeding in reduced inflammation. Chronic inflammation is considered a major contributor to many metabolic diseases. The author found evidence showing that time-restricted feeding might decrease inflammatory markers such as TNF-alpha and IL-1. Lower inflammation level contribute to improved metabolic function and overall health.
Furthermore, the article explains that good microbiota may influence hormonal and neurological pathways. Certain beneficial microorganisms are associated with better metabolic regulations, improved mood, enhanced cognitive function, and reduced inflammation. This demonstrates that the good microbiota is not only important for digestive health but also for many other physiological systems throughout the body.
In conclusion, the article demonstrates the good microbiota plays a crucial role in maintaining metabolic, immune, hormonal, and neurological health. A healthy and diverse gut microbiota is associated with better psychological function and a lower risk of chronic disease.
The article also concludes that time-restricted feeding or eating can be an effective strategy for improving gut microbiota composition and supporting metabolic health. Through its effects on microbial diversity, circadian rhythm, inflammation, and metabolism, time-restricted feeding may contribute to disease prevention and overall well-being.
Therefore, good microbiota has the potential to serve as an important biomarker in patient nutrition, while time-restricted feeding can be considered a practical nutritional approach to promote long-term health. That concludes our discussion of the journal article. Thank you for your attention. We hope this presentation has provided a better understanding of the relationship between good microbiota and time-restricted feeding. Have a nice day and stay healthy. Thank you.